Yeah.
St. Mary's Church on the hill.
Barbara, you?
My parents and I are. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay, I'll call us to order at 4:01. Welcome back, everybody. I hope y'all had a good holiday.
It was bad.
I'm afraid Christmas was between when we saw each other and now. Seems like months, doesn't it? Yes, indeed. So we'll start with a roll call. Catherine Brady, I'm here. Marilyn Comrie.
Here.
Hallie Keeler.
Here.
I do not see Jenna. Anybody on Zoom?
Yeah.
Panelists is us.
Panelists.
Okay. Sashi is not here either. Barb Nagy. Marie Shaw.
Here.
Carl Strand said he would try to zoom in. Sue Troy.
Here.
Paige Gauthier. And I do not see Bella. And Lee Fortier is with us again. Okay. Does anybody have any comments from the public? Nope. Communications? All right. In that case, did everyone have a chance to look at the minutes?
Yeah.
Excellent. May I have a motion to approve said minutes?
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Commentary, changes on Barb's ever perfect minutes?
Yes, well done.
In that case, everyone in favor of approving the minutes as they stand, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? Those pass unanimously. Thank you. I will now turn it over to Emily for statistics.
Trying to think. Jen didn't point out anything specific when it came to statistics. It looks like visits were down a little bit compared to last year. I don't know why.
First year we've had snow.
Yeah,
Snow.
I know, right? We could sit here all day coming up with excuses, right?
Cold.
And I know our we'll talk about the book vendor when we get to it, but I know books have they've been trickling in. So hopefully that attendance kind of ticks back up, because let me tell you, it felt busy. There were days it felt busy. But overall, meeting rooms still very, very popular. Programs well attended.
What was the family program that pushed the numbers so high? Couldn't remember.
Oh, that must be the season of celebrations or gingerbread.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
Congrats.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. And that we ran for 2 days. So season of celebrations was a townwide event.
Right.
So we had a big group of people from that day, and then the following day, which was a Saturday morning, we ran the same thing with a whole different group of people. So it was really nice. It was a lot of fun, lots of work, but well worth it.
I noticed the nonprofit group use of meeting rooms. I mean, Jen had mentioned that things were just booked in December.
Holy
Has
moly.
it stayed that crazy? Or?
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
And as a matter of fact, I was just speaking to the librarian that takes care of the meeting rooms and the bookings, and she was saying pretty much all the way through March, that we are just booked up as far as a big meeting space goes. And I mean, we're the only place in town, in the area, that's free.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
It's
free. That's where it gets.
It's really jumped though. Do you know, people just found out about our meeting rooms, or?
I think for the most part, what's happening is word of mouth, because it's not like we are actively advertising. But when there's a really good service, people will spread the word, and people are looking for spaces to meet. And because we are the only free space, they're saying go to the library.
I understand that you're limiting each group to one meeting a month.
That's been standard. Yep, that's been standard in our policy. Yeah, our meeting room policy. We book out for the if they are meeting for the whole year, yes, they are limited to one a month.
USS Groton sale.
Except because it is a town organization.
Okay.
And they have a lot of subcommittees, so they're not technically the same group. So it gets
Because we were
interesting.
told
Yeah.
that we can only have one meeting a month and that we need to go elsewhere.
It depends on what the subcommittee is. Yeah. And it could be that we're just full. It could be that too. Yeah. Not
If
too.
there is room, we can have a committee meet for a second time. Is that?
We have to check in with Jen. Check in with Jen. Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't know how many you're up to yet. So I'd hate to give you the wrong information. But
I think.
Which of your many groups is this for?
Sale Foundation program exhibit. committee.
the
Oh.
exhibits committee. Okay.
Still the
We
sale
meet
then.
twice a
It's
month.
still the sale. So there's the sale, but then they have all these subcommittees.
Yeah.
And so the subcommittees, yes, then again, they are limited to, but we didn't want the subcommittee work to count against the overall US Groton sale.
I had a question. I love it. I love the statistics.
I know, right? Numbers are fun.
It looks like we're catching up on the new print, which is exciting because there was 513 purchases. And then it made me think once, as you continue to catch up, are you going to put something on Facebook or advertise, look, we've got new books? Because that might have something to do with the decreased numbers.
Yeah.
And visits too, because people know we're not getting as many new books as we usually.
Right. I think it just naturally, like people just naturally now know. Like,
Oh.
for instance, today, the past week, I have received so many phone calls to just place books on hold, and they're actually starting to come
Oh.
now. We are not, and I will touch base on this later on in the report. We're still not where we were
Right.
as far as ordering, so I'd hate to like
Yeah.
put the word out.
Oh, right.
But we're getting close.
Better.
It's a process.
Yeah.
It's such a process, crossing all the T's, dotting all the I's, making sure the cataloging is
Yeah.
proper. But yeah, no, I think there's something to that point once we are back in motion, to put an announcement to like, put those books on hold, put them all on hold.
And then another question I had was library card holders.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's in the data. Is that,
So
obviously you keep
what
that.
we do keep that statistic, and that's normally something that goes on our state report, our annual state report to the state library. I know we do keep track of, at least in this, that we keep track of new library cards that we make.
Oh, okay. Oh, new patron registration. I see
Yeah,
right
so we
here.
have the adult
great.
and the
Okay.
children. So that
Okay.
seems to
Yeah.
be
Good.
pretty standard.
I have a comment, it might be related maybe a bit to Sue's. In that, I'm librarian, follow the literature for new books and so forth. And often, I mean, really, almost consistently, if I see a new book on order, it's Waterford's from Mr. Millick's.
I see that too.
You see that too?
I have been
And-
noticing that too.
And so I had a 2025,
Yeah.
bestsellers of those 10 books, whatever, from Times, and I picked up like 5 of them at Mystic Noah. Groton Public didn't have any of them. I mean, not they weren't on the shelf.
No, but they just
They
weren't.
hadn't been ordered. So I just kind of want to bring that up.
Interesting. And I'm wondering
Feel
too,
that also with
yeah, I've noticed that with a number of titles too, and I don't know if it's because the way that we are purchasing, we're doing it in many different methods, whether it's from this vendor or this vendor or this vendor. And while we may be getting the item per se, maybe it's not getting in the system as quickly as say Mr.
not even
Waterford.
on order. And I've been looking.
We're not even getting the on order
I think it's
record.
missing the ordering.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've gone in looking for things and it's like,
Okay,
that's it, Waterford and Mystic.
interesting.
Right.
I'm not even on.
We're gonna get on it.
One example, and
Yeah.
I haven't checked in the last.
Yeah.
week, So, but there's a biography on Carole King that's
Yeah.
got it.
Mhm.
Waterford and Mystic have it.
Okay.
As
But
new book,
we
so
are
we can't
not
touch
in-
it for a Groton card,
Right.
but I haven't seen that Groton yet. And I think something like, that's just one example of many, right?
And I know, again, this is no excuse, but the process of setting up this new book vendor, it's been a process, and we are not at full ordering capacity. So right now we are ordering from other smaller vendors at the moment, but we are about to be, and again, I'll touch base on this. We're about to be at full force, and I'm thinking that will solve the issue of these on order books.
I'm not so sure if it's quantity or quality? You know, I think there's something in, there's also
Well,
something
that-
to
Yeah,
look at.
yeah. What happens too
Sources,
is
maybe the sources
when
of.
people give us purchase suggestions,
Mhm.
we tend to purchase them. And if people aren't suggesting those in this weird time,
Yeah, I
um,
have not done that, but I
yeah.
have a list.
our whole list, hey, then.
But often
Set
Waterford
them,
will have
but yeah.
the book as a new book or just knowing.
Mhm.
The system is designed so that once it's ordered, it goes into on order status.
Well,
It should.
It should.
we're not ordering from a vendor that does that right now. Right now, a lot of
Really?
what we're getting is from Amazon because we can get it fast, or we're going to Walmart. Doesn't come with records. So we may have
Oh,
the
you
books
may,
in
oh,
the
then you.
back.
Then
We
you.
may have them in the back,
Oh,
but they're not coming with the on order record.
That was just a Baker and Taylor thing? I thought it was the system.
That's Baker and Taylor,
Okay.
but it needs to be coming from a vendor that
Right.
need to have that
And
connection.
the record.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So like Amazon doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Walmart doesn't have that. Yeah. So it's, see, all these little.
So you're
things,
delaying the cataloging.
If they have to enter it.
we have to
by
enter
hand,
it.
huh? But that's.
It's a.
I'm sure it is.
So and it could, yeah.
Yeah, but there
Yeah.
were, you could copy catalog. and
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Scratch.
Mhm.
We get a lot. I would show you back there, but I don't want anybody to get hurt.
So maybe Carol King is hiding back there.
It probably is. To be
Alive and
fair,
well in
it
the back.
probably is, but no, I can definitely take a look too and just make sure we're getting the best sellers. I know for what,
There's no way just to do like
Different.
a short record of this is on order or this is in process.
well, again,
To get
now,
process.
and I'll get to this. I don't want to give it all away
Oh, okay.
from the
Okay.
report. but-
Not to give you suggestions, but I'm just saying.
Nope, nope, we've got it. We've got it, but it's just a
Have our blue
process.
books out on the counter in the back, so if they came in the back door, it would be like, oh, and then they're going, it's like we hated that.
Mhm.
But
Right?
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
you were in the.
Like, get out of there, get out of there.
we're not going in the back.
There would be nothing left, right?
Any more questions on the statistics?
Can I just ask a naive question? I was going to ask before you mentioned Amazon, why doesn't the library order from Amazon? Because as she said, Waterford seems to have a more attractive catalog of new.
Yeah.
And even in fact, last night, I just became a subscriber to Everend, that website, just to get one book to do my winter challenge.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess you can't order from Amazon.
No, we are. We are. And as a matter of fact, like we have boxes coming every day. But the thing with it is when you order from Amazon, you get a book. Doesn't come with processing. It doesn't come with cataloging. It doesn't come with records. And while this may sound all like, well, but you have the book, there's so many other parts to it that we have to make sure kind of fall in line before it even gets the person. So we are ordering from Amazon, like I said, every single day. We have boxes coming in and we have carts and carts and carts of books. But it's the staff time making sure the stickers are on and the barcodes are on and everything's stamped. And we have the covers. They don't come with the Mylar covers on them.
Yeah.
And
Work.
it's so much work. It's so much work. And we are so used to the boxes coming in and they're pretty much shelf ready and we just scan them and they go out. That's what it used to be.
Mhm.
And now it's not. So it's like catch up work. It's catch up.
Taylor thing affecting Mystic and Knowing and
It was like-
Waterford also.
I believe it is too. I honestly can't tell you why they have the books and we don't, unless they're just ahead of it in the sense that they bought their book maybe from Ingram or from Amazon and they just got it out faster. I don't know if their volume is the same as ours. I wish I had answers, but there's just so many variables. We're working on it. We're working on it.
So that 513 in here, is that things that have reached the shelf or
Mhm.
things that came in boxes?
Yes, nope, those are things that are cataloged, active, on the shelf, ready to circulate.
So that number's probably a lot bigger, really.
Yes, yes. And like I had mentioned, we were slow to the process. And I say slow, not in a bad sense, but in the sense that, oops, Groton.
Oh, Bella.
Hi, Bella.
Hey, Bella.
Hi.
I say we were slow in the process, but we were trying to make sure that we rolled out, because we have a very large staff, is that when we were rolling out this new vendor, that it was also done properly. That when we received the books, they were processed properly. That when we received the marked records, that the records were going into our ILS, CERC, properly. So there was a lot of testing in place. And especially we were kind of not late to the game, but Brodart had so many people coming on board because everybody was affected. So by the time they turned on our account, we got the training, we set up our accounts, we're actually actively going through the orders. We are almost there. Actually, I just had a meeting with our tech services staff. So we're there. We're there. So hopefully in the next week or so, we will be back to full force. I'm hoping, but it is a process. It's a process. But I will look into why Mystic and Westford have their books. We don't. Wonder if there's even just a report.
Any more comments on statistics? Then to your report.
So I'm not going to repeat all of that. I didn't want to bore you. All right. So budget has essentially been finalized and submitted. The next steps are to meet with the town manager just to go over any specific numbers or changes. But other than that, had all of our meetings in-house and submitted the budget. So check, that's always good. As far as staffing goes, we're very excited to welcome back our new video technician, our part-time video technician. It's actually a familiar face, Shane O'Connell. He was with us years ago. He's back.
Sean and Jane.
Yeah, Sean and Shane. So we're very excited for him to join the GMTV team again. And GMTV is back in full force, fully staffed. So it's really, really exciting.
So not much startup time because he already knows his way around.
Right? Isn't that kind of nice? That institutional knowledge. So we'll take it. We'll take it. As far as other staffing, we currently do have a circulation aid position that is vacant, as well as a substitute librarian position that is vacant. Substitute librarians are the ones that help us staff on Sundays. So those we have not advertised for yet, but hopefully by the end of the month, we'll put those out and start advertising and interviewing for those. Collections and materials. So the transition is picking up, as I had mentioned, with our Brodart book vendor. We're really hoping that by the end of this month, as long as all the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, that we can go full force and really bring on the entire staff to really start ordering all those books. Transitioning mostly over entirely to Brodart, there is going to be a lot of juggling to see what was ordered on Amazon and vice versa. So that should be a lot of fun, but we got good staff. We got good staff. They can do it. So hopefully our shelves will be fuller, though I was just looking out there and they look pretty full, which is, I don't know, what is better, fuller or empty shelves?
Yeah.
Right? Empty shelves mean they're being read if you have books. So it goes either way.
Just a question. What's the price differential, Amazon versus Brodart? Does Amazon give you, they can buy things much cheaper, but I don't know if the library.
They do. So we are part of a business account through the town. So we do get extra discounts. When it comes to the actual individual discount, like say this book compared to this book, I'm not too sure what the exact percentage is. With Brodart, it's going to be a little bit more expensive because we are getting the record, the processing. So we're getting shelf-ready materials, which let me tell you, it's worth it. It's worth it because then it gets them out on the shelf faster.
But you get a CLC discount with regard.
Yep.
Which is usually 40% or.
Yeah, it depends on the vendor. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So it does differ. But then when you add in all those extra
Other-
costs as
yeah,
well,
exactly.
it can kind of,
Value-added service.
yeah, exactly. But it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Also, I know we have mentioned before the Library of Things, but with this whole debacle with Baker and Taylor and Brodart and all of that, we've kind of had to put a delay on unveiling that collection. So, again, there's a lot to the process to make sure that everything is cataloged properly, that we can find things, that patrons can put items on hold. And so we're almost there. We just have to catalog a few more things. So we're hoping in April, because April is what is it? It's not Library Lovers Month, that's February. National Library Week. Isn't, yeah, I was like, there's another library one in April. So fingers crossed, we're aiming for that. So that will be an unveiling and showing our new collection. And that will be located right in the new books area as well. It should be kind of nice. Collections. And then I have Circle of Friends update. Did you see?
Hello, everyone. I got a few things to touch on. Our January book sale was kind of disappointing. We only had $234, but January is pretty slow anyway, so that's not really all that concerning. A lot of people are done reading after a Christmas break. They don't want to come in and buy books. It is what it is. Our next book sale will be February 12th. And that's for Thursday. That's also Thursday, February 12th. And we will have our Valentine's Day bake sale Saturday the 14th from 9:30 to 4. We're still maintaining our name your own price format, but that's going to change to set prices after the next one. After this one, we're going to change it over because we're losing too much money on those.
So wait, so February 14th is going to be name your own price still?
That'll still be name your own price, yeah. But then after that, we're going to start setting prices because people spend a lot of money to bake these things, and then they pay like $2 for a box of cookies or something. And it's kind of offensive to the people that cook and bake, they don't want to go through all the trouble, But, so I totally understand. And so that's what we're going to do. But this next one's going to be, we're still going to stick with the name your own price for this one.
So the book sale's the 12th.
The book sale's the 12th. Yep, that's Thursday. And then Saturday, the 14th, which is Valentine's Day, actually. That would be good. Our Saturday meeting on the 17th was very well attended. We had about 16 people show up. I was expecting about 10, so that was pretty good. Amber Dance ran the meeting as our new president. She's doing an excellent job. She really has a handle on what's going on, so we're all very impressed with her, and she's doing fantastic. We have a great new board of directors. Sarah is doing an awesome job as the vice president. I'm doing an awesome job. So we're doing really well right now. We've got a lot going on. Something else that we got going on is our trivia night. We had our dry run last night here at the library at about 6:30, and that was very well attended. We had about 15 people here. 4 teams competed. It was amazing. Everybody, I couldn't believe how smart everyone was. I thought I had a few questions that, nobody's going to get that, and they answered it. I was like, yeah, I did. So it was pretty cool. So we did have some feedback, which was very good. And we're going to have a meeting. The board of directors will have a meeting probably either late this week or early next week to discuss changes that we can make to it. But overall, it went very, very well, and we all anticipate a very good future fundraiser. We'd like to have them every quarter would be our goal, my goal anyway. And every season, we'll have a different one for every season. And
So how's it a fundraiser?
What we're going to do is we'll have $20 per team pay to compete, and then we'll have beverages and snacks and sodas. And that'll be for a donation. So I'll have a donation box set up, and basically come in and we put a $5 bill in, and you get a soda and a bag of chips or something. And that's how we'll make our money. And so we might make $150 a shot, So and it's relatively, it's very low investment for what.
Well, it's community building. It's community building too
exactly.
for the group.
Exactly. And I'm going to put posters up around the town to get more different people from just the library. Fitch School, there's a couple of restaurants like Stop and Shop and Groton, different places that hopefully will get some more people from outside of the library to come in
And then you'll have a prize for the winner?
Yeah, well, I gotta work on that, but we're hoping to have a gift card for maybe Pizza Palace or something
Oh,
like
huh.
that.
Very.
Like a $25 gift card for the winning team.
Nice.
And so that's something else I gotta work on, but we have until, well, not until, but our first one is gonna be Tuesday, February 24th at 6 PM.
Great.
To compete, you must sign up online, and to watch, you can just come in and watch for free. Just come on in at 6 o'clock and get a seat. And, buy a soda and a bag of chips.
Yeah, bring $5. Okay.
Or whatever,
Very color.
yeah.
$10.
Yeah.
One of the things that I do with the Knights of Columbus is we have our hall in Mystic, and we have like a beer and soda, but we don't sell it. We have a donation box that people put a $5 bill in and get a couple of sodas. They like donating more than they like
You're right.
paying for something.
Yeah.
So, and especially if they feel like it's something they can contribute to, that's very good. And it, was better than the library. So,
Right.
yeah, we anticipate making a lot of money.
Mhm.
Exactly. That's why I'm here. Right? So anyway, that pretty much is, I think that's it for, that's it for my report.
Thanks, Lee.
I just like to say, those of us who've been around a long time have seen the Circle of Friends go through highs and lows. And I don't believe it's ever been this high in terms of activity, enthusiasm, everybody pitching in.
Fundraising,
In fact,
Yeah.
are doing an awesome job.
Well, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. I'll bring that to the board.
Thanks.
With the book sales, fixed pricing on paper,
No, that's still gonna be name your own price.
like you get enough money.
Yeah, we do pretty good most of the time. Most of the time it's between $400 and $600. January was really slow. I was in here at 11 o'clock, and before my shift started at 1. So I came in at 11 to read the Wall Street Journal. I couldn't believe there was like 3 people in the library. I couldn't believe how quiet it was. Yeah.
Cold.
So, I mean, I wasn't really all that surprised by the turnout. January is usually a slower month anyway, so that wasn't really anything to be concerned about, but I think we're on the right track though.
Yeah.
All right, back to me. So past programs. So we have officially begun our America 250th celebration. We started off with a Revolutionary Reels film, followed by on Tuesday, January 6th, we had our first Revolutionary Reads book club, and Jen ran that one here, and she had a one of the Groton history teachers moderate it, and she had over 40 people in this room.
We did.
Were you here? Okay. I peeked in and I was like, oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was amazing. How was the discussion? Because I missed that part.
The head of the history department at Fitch led the discussion. He just contributed so much information about Thomas Paine, and the culture and the background of of Common Sense, and he knows that document inside and out. And he had his AP history and I think AP government classes were here also. But I was sitting next to a gentleman and his wife who from Ledyard. They had come down from Ledyard to participate in it, and
Nice.
I think maybe even more than 40. It was filled.
Yeah, that when I peeked in, I was like, oh, a nice little book discussion on Common Sense. No, I felt it was packed. For a book discussion, I thought that was
Right, and
pretty impressive.
Mr. His name, but he, the head of the history department, he provided probably about 25 minutes of historical background, and then opened it to questions and it just the conversation flowed person to the other. It was excellent. It was excellent.
Wonderful.
It's a wonderful start.
It is. No, I think the excitement is starting to build around the America 250th celebrations. I know our calendar is filling up very, very fast. So if you haven't checked out the website, if you go on the library's website, right up at the top of the screen, I think Jen has showed you this before, but there's actually a link to America 250th celebrations, and you can just follow us right there. It has our calendar events, as well as the tours and exhibits. I know we have exhibits that are already up, so lots of good stuff up and coming. Also, winter reading has officially started. If you have not joined, feel free to do so. It started January 5th. It will continue through March 2nd. And readers of all ages are invited to participate. So please, please, please join. And we have a few upcoming events just to make note of. Tonight, we have a virtual event that's taking place. We're actually going to do it in here as well, but it will be up on the big screen. It's all about the Boston Tea Party. We also have Blues 101 coming up, which is about the history of blues music on Thursday, January 29th. And then on February 11th, we have a documentary, Black Patriots of the American Revolution.
May I have a motion to accept Emily's report? So move. All in favor? I know.
Okay.
Anyone opposed?
I'm there.
All right, that brings us to new business and updates from our student reps. Bella would. Sorry.
Oh, what did you say? Sorry.
Bella, did you want to tell us a little bit about what's on at school?
If there's not too much currently, it's a midterm, so everyone's like focused on that, really not doing too much. It's also like right before sports seasons are switching, so people are focusing on that.
Okay. Paige?
Not much progress on the library issues, but in terms of me, I have been snowboarding a lot recently because it's been snowy, and I've been reading a lot of good books, so it's been a good few weeks. So this is actually my second year snowboarding, like ever. But I've been going up to like Vermont and New Hampshire.
Not around here.
No, there's no parents. Yeah.
We'll take book recommendations if there is anything we'd like.
Well, I just read, it's called This Perfect Day. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's a dystopian novel, and because I love dystopian novels. And it's kind of like, I think it was written in like 1970 or something. And it's basically, it's kind of like, if you read it, you'd be like, oh, this is just like every other dystopian novel, but it kind of like came before, and it has like, it's like influenced a lot of like dystopian literature now. So it's like really interesting to read because like you kind of like can see where like different books I've read have like gotten their ideas from, and the writing is just so elegant. So like I read it and I was like this could be like, oh, cringy, I've read this before, but like it was so well written that like I was like engulfed in the story, and it was really good. I would read it. What's the name of it? This Perfect Day. It's by like Iva Levin. I don't know who it's by. Something like that.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
That brings us to board elections. You may recall at the last meeting, the current board offered to stay on. So that the slate we're proposing is me, Catherine Brady, as chair, Marie Shaw, vice chair, and Barb Nagy to continue her amazing work as secretary. If I could have a motion to appoint this slate of officers.
So move.
And a second. Second. All in favor of continuing with the current regime, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? Thank you very much. We appreciate your support and trust.
Thank you.
That brings us to America's 250th.
Oh,
Do you
me
have?
again.
It's you again.
Me again. So really the only thing that I have to report, I unfortunately was unable to attend the last meeting, but the group had a field trip over at the Jabez Smith house, which I was so jealous. But I believe that's where they discussed the June 13th open house event. There were a lot of great ideas kind of shared around. Anybody who attended, is there anything else you wanted to add to that? Because again, I wasn't there.
I did not.
Oh, Barb and I.
Yeah, there was a lot of discussion about where to put the tree.
The tree,
Great
yes,
Liberty
the
tree.
Liberty tree from the Sons of the American Revolution. Yep.
I think they picked the spot.
behind to the left of the back of the house.
Okay.
Yes, if you keep straight through the driveway.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Think about a munitions demonstration. That they might have, and other types of demonstrations.
Yeah.
Talk a bit about how we managed to tour through this very small rooms and also, and making sure that the artifacts inside are
Stay safe. and-
are untouched and so forth. So I think we were planning on, but it really was exciting. Yeah.
It's always fun to have field trips, right?
Yeah.
Need more of them. So
So you might need a volunteer for each room to oversee.
That-
the
I'm
rooms.
thinking.
Jen had mentioned
I
that
think
somebody
we
had
might-
talked
like
about
a
that.
visit
Yeah,
to the
right.
time and
Yeah.
place of how the room's used or.
As well as.
Well, there's just like a
Right,
quick
right.
cheat sheet or something.
Exactly. Right.
That would be good.
It's exciting. It's exciting stuff coming. So
I think there's kind of unlimited possibility. Oh, talk about the parking across the street. They can make.
yeah,
arrangements
figuring out the logistics
The
of
logistics
that.
of that
And I
and-
know
and-
there is a car show happening the same day at Thrive. Yes, yes.
Oh.
So, which I know originally it was like, oh no, but I'm almost thinking we may just get a different crowd because it, as an open house day, it's you pop in, you see what's going on, and then you go back over to your car show or vice versa. So it might be nice. And from what Jen was saying is that they are, that Thrive will be running a shuttle. So it may work to our favor, our advantage.
And Jen also said that she already has, support from the police. to
Yes, yeah.
Have that kind of
Parking
and
Support.
safety and support and.
Yeah.
I think so, and traffic control.
Oh.
Hey, Chuck.
There's conversation too about getting it, the publicity of it.
Yeah.
Outside of Groton too, because with the state open house.
Yes.
Getting it listed and.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had a chance to talk to Jen about that. I know she had asked the bigger Connecticut America 250th committee, the group, when open house day was and if there was a list that we could get on. And I don't know if she's ever heard back, but I know that's been in discussion.
Coordination.
The coordinating of that. Because we want to get on that list. So
I'm sorry, what list?
the Connecticut Open House Day list.
Steve will have that.
But we haven't.
Yes, they are.
Oh, they are. There's nothing on the website about it, and they haven't responded to requests asking
I
them
got
to
an email from them saying that they were doing it, but I could never find that email.
That's right. That's right. And I wonder if because you're already on the list, you're already registered as like an open house day
Well,
participant.
forgive me if I'm wrong. I thought it was on.
Okay. Avery Cop House hasn't heard anything.
Okay,
Wow, I may be.
you're the only one invited. Helen.
Either that or I'm hallucinating. I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
Wow.
No,
Okay.
it's to be determined.
It's really.
That's it for me.
And they,
Right, the little
and
link to the
whatever communication I got, they said, well, how can we make it better? And I remember replying.
Communication.
Better communicate.
Right, yeah. Banners, we get our banner from open house day is like 10 years old. We just keep blocking out the date.
Yeah.
But
With a couple of friends, we're going to do a couple of trivia nights throughout the year, celebrating the history of our local area
Oh.
and Connecticut. And we're also gonna have one,
Oh,
like a special history night for the 250th birthday.
That's
So we're planning that.
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, that'd be really
Great
Is
time.
that on,
Yeah, yeah.
is that on the calendar?
No, it will, it's
It
no
will be
place in the making right now.
Yeah.
I counted
Yeah,
it.
we will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I counted
Let
it.
me know. I'll get it up there. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, trivia.
And you can announce some of the events that are going on from here.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, something to look forward to. Be a lot of fun.
Any other discussion items, things people wanted to bring up? In that case, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Yowzer.
Yeah.
4:40.
I talk really fast.
You did great. You did great, right?
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to 2026.